get started. I guess it's time. So we're gonna do a warm up. That's right. Get up, stand up. It's time to go to sleep. Not yet. That's during Janelle's section. We're gonna start with jumping. Just to warm our bodies a little bit, we're gonna do some jumping jacks, everybody's favorites. Getting ready for our pillow fight action later. Somebody's doing a pillow fight, right? That's what the pillows are for, Staza, right? I assume. Good, excellent, keep going. We're doing about 20 jumping jacks, by the way, if you're keeping count, because I'm not. Good, let's do 5 more. Excellent, and then we're just gonna run in place. Running in place. Again, these first exercises are just to get the blood moving. We're gonna go high knees. And then kick your butt. I turn sideways so you can see. Let me kick my own. And then back to regular runs. I'm imagining that we are all sleep running right now, because you know how when you run in your dreams, you don't actually go anywhere? This is exactly it right here. And high knees. And then kick yourself in the butt. Nice, good job. All right. Come to stillness. Let's do some twists. And maybe some shoulder circles, just so the arms don't feel too left out. Going the other way. Good. Excellent. We're going to take one knee. You're going to interlace your fingers around. You're going to hug that knee to your chest. I'm trying to keep my standing leg straight. I'm trying to kind of push my hip forward a little bit. And let's do some ankle circles here. Going one way. And going the other way. Excellent. That leg down, other leg up. Pull it into your chest. And doing your ankle circles. And the other way. Good. And resting down from there. This time we're going to grab our leg behind us. So squeeze your butt and open your hip flexor to get a little bit of a quad stretch here. Ooh. Here's that balance I was telling you about. Nice. And then the other leg. Just pulling that hip in, squeezing the butt, trying to open the hip flexor. Get a little stretch there. Good, excellent. And then just shimmy it out. We're going to do a little forward fold, get our hamstrings a little bit more warmed up. So I'm folding forward at the hips and just letting gravity kind of take my upper body to wherever it's going to be. You can do a gentle side to side. You can swing. You can fold yourself forward. Take a little extra stretch. I also like to pedal out the legs here. Good, and then you're gonna come to a lunge. So one leg steps forward, one leg steps back. High lunge for now, so I'm really squeezing my butt and dropping my hips, keeping that back leg straight. And if you're familiar with this position, you can do some small movements, such as front to back or side to side. Taking a twist if that feels good. Just warming up our legs a little bit, and then back knee down and straighten the front leg. I really enjoy doing the windshield wipers, so flexing your feet and then turning your foot in and out is great. And or pointing and flexing the foot is also great. Good, and then we're just gonna do that on the other side. So switching which knee is forward, high lunge was the first thing we did. And if you did any movement or took a twist on the other side, make sure you do it on this side as well. Good, and then back knee down, straightening the front leg, folding over that front leg, and then either windshield wiper or point and flex. Again, just try to balance out the sides, whichever one you decide to do. Very nice. And then we're gonna have a seat on the floor, and we're gonna warm up our hips just a little bit more. That rhymed. Okay. Sit in a straddle position. Sit in a straddle position. You don't want to be in your widest possible straddle, a very comfortable straddle where you can be pretty much upright and sitting on top of your sit bones. So for me, that's barely even 90 degrees at my legs. So just sitting here. Then I am going to decide which leg is going to be my back leg. I'm going to internally rotate that leg and try to bring the inside of the knee to the floor. And I'm going to bend it. And I'm also going to bend that front leg. And I'm going to try to come to a stag position facing my front side with about a 90-degree angle in both knees. And then I'm going to start by straightening the legs and coming back to start. And then going the other way. I'm turning towards the direction I'm going to go. Back leg initiates, bending the knee. Coming to your 90-90. Now, depending on your hip flexibility, you might not need to go to a bent leg. You could potentially go right to a straight back leg and maybe a bent front leg. And if you are just, open and warm and all bendy, then you can probably go straddle split to front to back split to straddle split to front to back split. I am not quite there yet. I'm going to do a couple more of these, just going side to side. These really warm the hip socket, the hip joint for me. Excellent. Let's do one more on each side. Excellent job. Okay, we're gonna come to a standing position, but we're gonna come down to, I always call this a horse stance or squat position, but hands on the knees. I'm gonna bring one shoulder in towards the center. I'm trying to squeeze the glutes and keep my knees apart. You can do a little side to side if you want to. And dropping the other shoulder towards the center. Excellent. And shake that out. Making sure that nobody had any questions. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to do some kicks now. I'm going to use my chair for balance. You don't need to use anything for balance, but I'm going to. And we're going to start with some front kicks. And I'm going to do about 10 kicks in each direction. These are somewhat warm-up kicks. So I'm just trying to stay upright. I'm trying to keep my supporting leg straight. And I'm just doing 10 straight leg kicks to the front. Yep, beginning when you're ready. Yep. Change my camera angle just a wee bit. Excellent. Try to stay tall through the top of the head and through the spine. You can either play with pointing your foot or flexing your foot. Once you finish your 10 kicks to the front, you can stick your arm out to the side like so, and you're going to do 10 kicks to the side. Now, if your leg is getting up high enough, try to kick behind your own arm. And I'm trying to have my toe and my knee pointing up as I do this. 9, and 10. And last but not least, we're going to kick to the back. For these, try to stay as upright as possible. I am using my glute to send my leg back. And kicking back 10 times. Excellent. Once you've done 10 of back kicks, we're going to do that all on the other side. So starting with a front kick. After you've done 10 to the front, we're going to do 10 to the side. I'm going to turn to the side so I don't actually kick my chair. You can have your arm out as a reference point. Trying to kick behind that arm. And then 10 kicks to the back. 8, 9, 10. Beautiful, everybody. We're going to do 5 of these in each direction, to the front, to the side, and to the back. And instead of kicking with momentum, we're going to extend with strength. So you're going to pick your knee up, nice and bent. I'm trying to keep my hips nice and straight so that don't lift that hip up, keep it level. And then you're going to try to extend that leg out in front of you, trying to maintain the height of the leg, and then back 5 times. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Bringing that leg out to the side. Try to maintain a straight standing supporting leg. We're going to extend that leg out to the side. 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Beautiful. Bringing that leg up, I'm pulling my heel towards my bum and just turning to the side so you can see. You're going to try to straighten that leg up behind you now. 5 times. 3, 4, 5. Of course, if this bothers your back, you can fold forward a little bit. That's going to take it a little bit out of the butt as well. Other side, knee up, extend for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I'm trying to hold it just for a second at the top. Beautiful. Out to the side. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wonderful. And to the back. Start with that leg lifted, heel to butt, and extend for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Beautiful. Shake that out. Good work. Excellent. We're going to do a set of squats next. Again, you can use your balancing item if you need to. We're going to do the following pattern. I'm going to show you my feet so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to start neutral. My toes and my knees are going to be facing the same direction, so I have a slight outward turn for me. I'm going to squat. I'm going to come up onto the balls of my feet, and I'm going to stand up and lower my heels. And I'm going to repeat that. So bend the knees, squat, lift the heels, straighten the legs, lower the heels. Okay, we're going to try for 10 of those. Ready? 1, lower heels, stand, squeeze your butt at the top, lower the heels. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost there, you guys are doing awesome. 9, and 10. Oops. Excellent. Shake out the legs, shake out the ankles. I felt those. I don't know about you. Wonderful work, everyone. Okay, coming down to the floor, I've got everyone's favorite, the fire hydrant exercises. These were one of the first sets of things that I did in the circus workout parties, and since I've seen many wonderful variations, and many other coaches have taught similar things, so I don't even have credits. Everyone's got a version of this now. But we're gonna go on all fours for this one. I'm gonna turn slightly sideways so you can see, keeping your abs engaged. The first thing that we're going to do is have one leg extending back behind you, and then you're gonna pull that knee to the shoulder with a bent knee. Okay, we're gonna do about 10 like that. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leave that knee by your shoulder. We're now going to do little pulses. You're gonna squeeze your butt and lift your knee a little bit higher each time. We're gonna do 15 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Keep that leg lifted. We're now going to straighten the leg 10 times. 1, 2, you got this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Let that leg down. You shake it out if you need to. That one's always like borderline hip cramp for me, so don't worry if it is for you too. Take breaks as needed if you need to. Other side. 10 for the first thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Leave that leg to the side. 15 pulses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 10 leg extensions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Awesome. Hopefully you're feeling those glutes. Yes, the heat. Excellent job, everybody. I always get so overly zealous and plan so much stuff, and then I always end up running out of time. But I really want to make sure that all the other coaches get their due time because they are awesome. So love you all. Thank you. I'm going to pass it on to Staza for PJ.
Thank you, Anastasia. I'm not gonna lie, I super rushed through those little kicks as fast as I can because they are excruciating for me. So thanks for the booty burn. They're like so tough. Okay, we are going to start on the ground. We're gonna work some pec muscles. So since Janelle brought up sleepover, I don't know what you guys did at your sleepover, but maybe you pretended to kiss a stuffed animal, like it was the person that you had a super crush on and you really like. So we're gonna put our stuffed animal down in front of us, and we're gonna assume a wide arm position or a standard push-up position. We're gonna do 10 push-ups, and you're just gonna kiss your stuffed animal every single time, so it's motivation for you to get down there. You can do these on your knees, or you can go into your full plank position. It is up to you. You can do half and half, whatever your body needs right now, whatever your PJs are allowing you to do. Okay, let's do it. Just giving them gentle little kisses. Just like that person at school that you've been dying to talk to, and you're trying to pass notes with, and right now you're at your slumber party, and you're just telling everybody your deepest, darkest secrets and crushes. And 10. Awesome. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna flip up our pillows because we want our bed to be comfortable. So for those, we're gonna do a staggered arm push-up. For our staggered arm push-up, my hand placement is one hand is kind of like in front of my forehead, the other hand is in a tricep push-up position. So I'm going to be doing this motion in my push-up. We're gonna do 5 on one side, and then we're gonna switch 5 the other side. Feel free to modify where your arms are at if this is in any way painful for you, but this is kind of my setup for it. Yes, assume your position to fluff your pillows, and we'll do 5 of these. You're at someone else's house, you don't really know their pillows, they're not as comfortable as you'd like, switch sides, so it just takes a lot of fluffing for you to get comfortable. And 5. Okay, the next push-up variation we're gonna do are Spider-Man push-ups. And when we do these, as you come down into your push-up, you're gonna bring that knee to your elbow. Boop, and then back as you push back up. So this is, you need to check your feet for dirt before you get into bed. I don't know about you, but my bed literally has just crumbs all in it because I'm disgusting. And I just break everything into my feet. So we're going to do 10 total alternating sides, so it'll be 5 each side. So down, push out. Once again, feel free to modify. Go down to your knees, whatever you might need to do. Like I might need to do. And 10. Nice. Okay, your feet are clean from dirt, your pillows are fluffed. So now we're gonna put some candy under our pillows. Because if you were disgusting like I was, you also used to bring candy into bed. And then if someone would come in, like your parents or your friend's parents, you need to shove your candy back in. For these, we're gonna do our Hershey Kiss squish. So we're gonna make a little Hershey Kiss with our hands, or a diamond, or a triangle, whatever you might want to call it. I like to think of it as a Hershey Kiss because it's a little treat waiting for me. I'm gonna put that on the ground. I'm gonna go up to my down dog. Then I'm going to do a push-up. So my little head is trying to squish. You can walk your feet in if you want more. You can walk them out. Just kind of depends on where you want to isolate this. You can play around with it. We're doing 10. My candy's probably gonna be all melted by the way I'm sweating. And last one. Nice job. Okay, we're going to flip onto our backs for this one. We're gonna do some tricep dips. So I'm gonna face my fingers towards my body, raise up into a little platform. I'm gonna dip down, elbows bend, pushing back up. We're doing 10 of these total. And maybe this goes along with kissing your stuffed animals. You're practicing something else. Showing off for your friends. Last one, and 10. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to come onto our sides in your sexy bed sitting position. You're gonna come and lay down, wrapping one arm around yourself. Again, same theme, thinking about your crush at school and you're telling all your friends at your slumber party about it. Other arm's gonna come out in front, and I'm gonna push up with this arm. So as I push up, boop, I raise my upper body and I lower back down. This is, once again, isolated to the triceps. So that's what we're working on right now. We're going to do, how many? 5. 5 of these on each side. Or maybe you're just trying to read a book in bed, but you can't quite find the right placement of the book, so you're trying to adjust your body. And let's switch sides, scuttle on around. Do your fancy flannel flare fan kicks. Same setup. Gonna hug yourself in the bottom, other hand comes in front, and do your little push up from here. This side is always a lot harder for me because I am right dominant, and I tend to favor that side. Because I am a bad circus person who doesn't train both sides equally. And that is 5. Next thing we're going to do are some trap shoulder shrugs. So you can grab your stuffed animal again if you want, or just hold your hands in the center. We're gonna squeeze, pressing our palms in. We're gonna raise up all the way, squeezing up like a huge shrug, and then lowering down. So every time I raise up, I'm really squeezing everything together, doing tiny little shrugs to get those muscles moving. I'm sorry, Eeyore. I know I'm squishing you, but it's for circus. There's a purpose. We're doing 10 of these. And last one, and down. Good job, stuffed animal. Way to stick that out. The last thing that we're going to do are some good old push-ups, but with our arms tucked in, so it's focusing on our triceps. We've done a lot for those. We're gonna continue those. Once again, you can be on your knees, you can go to your feet, whatever you want to do, but your hands are gonna be placed here for the motion. So maybe you're testing the firmness of your mattress. You're like, I don't really know, can I jump on this? Is this safe? I don't know, we're gonna do 10 push-ups to find out. And you'll probably jump on it anyway. And I'm coming down to my knees because my muscles are tired today. And that's okay. And 10. Nice. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab that little TheraBand that you have. Mine is tied in a loop because I can't get the loop out, not for any other reason. So don't feel like you need to use a looped one. This is just because I made a mistake. We're going to step on that bottom of your TheraBand. So if it's just a straight one, step on the bottom. My hand is going to grasp the same side hand with my arm pinned to my side, and I'm gonna do little bicep curls. So maybe you're going to get a midnight snack, you can't decide what you wanna grab out of the fridge, or maybe you're feeling afraid of getting caught, so this is you almost eating it, and then you're like, nope, I'm gonna eat it, nope. So we're gonna do 10 of these on each side, as long as I don't talk through my counts, because I think I've done 10. But let's do one more for good luck. And then we're gonna switch sides. Same exact thing. You haven't quite found the snack that you were looking for. Maybe it's a bag of shredded cheese. Maybe it's some tortilla chips. Maybe it's more candy. Maybe it's grapes. Maybe it's aloes. I'm just listing all the things that I like to eat at midnight, usually all together, because I am a garbage can. And last one. Nice. Go ahead and put that band off to the side for now. Then we're just gonna get comfy. We're just gonna get comfy in bed. We're gonna lay on our backs and we're gonna do supine push-ups for our lats. So what those are gonna look like, so I'm gonna tee my arms out like so, like field goal style, but like this. I'm gonna squeeze my elbows together, squeezing my shoulder blades, bringing everything in to rise up off the ground. We're doing 10 of these total. So from laying flat, like this, I'm gonna squeeze in, rise up. Don't think about how high you're rising. It's more about the fact that you're squeezing all of this musculature together and getting them to work to lift your chest off the ground, however far that might be. We are doing 10 of these. So you just can't find the right position in bed. So you just have to keep readjusting. Or maybe once again, that's just me. And this is called insomnia. Last one, and down, nice. We are going to move on to, we're gonna go into a dream state, you guys. Some lucid dreaming, maybe. We're gonna lay flat on our bellies, and we're gonna do a variation of Superman. So for this, I'm gonna roll my shoulders down my back. I'm gonna squeeze everything together, zipping up my midline. I'm gonna lift up like I'm flying. I'm gonna squeeze for about 2 seconds, and then I'm gonna come down. So we're gonna do 10 reps of these. Yes, let's go. So you're in your dream, you're flying, oh, you're coming out. Dang it, go back in, you can catch it. Nope, nope, come on down. Wait, fall back into that dream. Come out of it, and another. Come out of it. Maybe this time you're a rocket ship. Oh, come out of it. This time you're a ninja jumping off a building to leap to the next. Come out of it. This time you're a beautiful bird. Come on out of it. I don't know what you are this time. Maybe you're a squid. Come on out of it. This time you're a little kitty cat. Come on down. This last time you're an acorn falling from a tree. And come down. The next and last thing we're going to do for this part. Oh wait, no, I have 2 more things. Just kidding, I lied to you. Second to last thing, we're going to take that band back in our hands again. You can stay seated or you can stand for these. I like to stand, doesn't really matter though. We're going to hold that band out in front of us, shoulder width apart, and then we're going to pulse out to the side. So I'm doing resistance pulls here. Yes, just pulsing. My shoulders are down, roll down my back. My spine is extended, whether you're sitting or standing. Head is reaching up to the sky. Just doing tiny, tiny little pulls here. What did I call these? Oh, we're sprinkling our sleeping powder. The sandman is coming. We're just doing little sprinkles. We're gonna keep going with this motion, but we're gonna take it up above our heads. So same thing, my shoulders are set down, not squeezed up to my ears, not handstand style position, more like aerial position. And I'm gonna do those little pulses out to the side. You're sprinkling that sleeping powder all over yourself, little fairy dust. Good job. Last one, we're gonna bring our arms down behind the back. So go ahead and bring that band behind you. Once again, shoulder width apart. Raise your arms up a little bit away from your butt, but not so much that you're jutting your chest out. We're really focusing this into the arms. And then we're gonna do little pulses here. This one's the hardest for me. I feel like I just really can't get it to go anywhere. But maybe you have more luck than I do. Maybe you're stronger. Good. Go ahead and throw that band away. We don't need that anymore. Next thing we're gonna do, and our last thing is we're gonna do arm circles, but this is where you can grab your stuffed animals or your pillows. I have 3 stuffed animals because I have a sloth that I made, but he's way bigger than my others. So I'm gonna hold 2 in one hand and a sloth in the other. You can hold 2 pillows for this, or you can hold nothing and simply do the arm circles. But this is like, you're showing off your friends. You're showing off your best friends, which are your stuffies. So let's do tiny little circles to the front. There's probably not really any weight unless you're using Beanie Babies. You could always add weight to this. If you did our kitchen cut class and we used frying pans, that made me very sore. Hopefully your stuffed animals don't leave you with so much soreness. They're just along for the ride. You're showing them what it's like to be an airplane. And then let's do some circles backwards. Same exact thing, tiny little motion. Thinking about your posture. Are your abs engaged? Is your back nice and straight? Is your head reaching up to the ceiling, to the sky? Nice. And then go ahead, use that stuffed animal to wipe away some of your sweat, give them a squeeze, and say thanks. And I'm gonna pass you guys on to Janelle.
Hi, everybody. We didn't have a break scheduled into this one, but if you want to take like 1 to 2 minutes, grab water. If you want to use the restroom, it'll be really helpful to be like comfortable and have all of your like needs met for the next part because we're going to be stretching. So go ahead and take a minute if you like. If you're hanging out here, we can use a minute or two to actually show each other our stuffed animals. This is a stuffed hamburger that Anastasia's husband Yao won for Jen and me in an arcade when we went together, and it was very special. You can come off mute to talk about your animals. That's okay. I'll call us when the time has come.
If you come off mute, your video will be on YouTube, just so you
Thank
know.
you, Cressie.
Which is great. This is Amelia Corn, and she has traveled to every festival I've gone to since I've had her, and she's amazing, and she's named after my niece and fairy goddaughter.
This is my little Shiba Inu. I don't have a name for him, but this one was also won by my husband at an arcade. He's very good at games. Not humble brag.
And this little thing can probably vote. Y2K.
That's awesome.
I love them. I'm gonna humble brag too, because I made this sloth, and I don't know what sloths look like, but I did make him a little 3-toed, so he has 3 toes. But I like didn't make a pattern. I just like cut out, felt, and decided I was gonna sew a sloth, and this is what you get. So.
Okay, wait, this is the stuffed animal I made in 4th grade. His name is Wallace the Gonk, and he has glasses and a necktie because he's really nerdy and smart. And also I gave up on sewing him, so he's just kind of safety pinned at the part where I put the stuffing in, and he's been like that since I was in 4th grade, so. Okay, go ahead and make sure you are on mute. We are gonna do our pre-sleeping, slumbery stretching. Everybody should be pretty warm, feeling pretty like, rawr. And so the goal is that we're gonna kind of just like slowly calm our body down, do some gentle stretches so that we don't like crunch up in our sleep from doing all of this workout, and just lengthen. And then, like I said, I do have a cool human trick for us partway through. So be prepared for a challenge. You can be seated or you can stand. It's really your preference for this first little bit. I'm gonna be seated because I'm exhausted. So you're going to, yeah, this is gonna be the neck stab, everybody. So it's a neck stabilizing exercise, but I abbreviated it and I wrote neck stab, and then I was like, it's not what we should call it. So we're gonna have 4 parts to our neck stab. I'm just turning so you can see. The first one, we're gonna put our palm on our forehead. I'm gonna push with my palm like I wanna do this, and I'm gonna push with my head like I wanna do this. And I'm gonna do those in equal measure, so it looks like nothing's happening, but the muscles of the front of my neck are activating to stabilize. I'm gonna hold this for a slow count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, back of the neck is long, 2, and 1, and come on out of there. And then just pause for a moment and notice kind of the activation and the feeling of stability in the front of the neck. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the arms behind the head. So pressing evenly with both hands, I'm gonna press forward with my hands and back with my head for a slow count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. And we're gonna do the same thing side to side. So one hand on the side of the head. You wanna get it above the jaw and forward of the ear so that you're not pressing on anything that's supposed to move, but just on like a nice hard bone of the temple. And we're gonna go ahead and press for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And I like this side because then you can really feel the difference between this side and this side, and notice what a difference even just like 10 minutes of like stabilizing activation can make. And then we'll do the same thing on the other side. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. My other stuffed animal is here. Maya, come here. 2, and 1. There's a bug outside, so she has to go try and get it. Nice, super good. Once we've done our neck stabs, we're gonna go ahead and do nice, stable neck circles. Imagining you have a light shining straight out the top of your head. You're just gonna make small circles on your ceiling, really small. Just feeling kind of the strength and organization in the neck, and then you're gonna go ahead and let those circles get bigger and bigger. Maybe even eventually, your light is pointing at the walls instead of at the ceiling. But at no point are we giving up on that length and that stability in the neck. Keeping that the whole time. And then go ahead and switch direction. It feels really weird to do the small circles in the other direction. If you feel dizzy, that's normal. That's your nervous system being like, wait, what? I thought we were doing the other thing. So little small circles. And let your circles get bigger and bigger. Keeping that length in the neck, keeping that extension, keeping that engagement, so that we're not crunching into the bones, but we're really using the muscles of the neck here. Nice, and then come on out of there. Beautiful. You can still be sitting down. This is the best part of this workout. Oh my God. If you're cross-legged and you would like to sit with your legs out in front of you or vice versa, it's nice to just keep changing the legs in between so that they don't start to fall asleep before the rest of us. And then we're gonna go ahead and bring both arms straight up, bend one elbow, reach across and grab the opposite side elbow. This elbow is gonna pull this way. This elbow is gonna pull this way. So it's gonna look like nothing's happening. This is another like resistance stretch where our muscle is engaged and being stretched at the same time. This should feel amazing after Staza's 500 different kinds of tricep push-up. If you want more stretch here, you can shoot that elbow up toward the ceiling and you'll feel the stretch move down into the lat. And if you still want more stretch, you can open that armpit up like you're making your sleepover buddy smell your armpit. My sleepovers were maybe a little more like prankful than like kissing stuffed animals full. There was a lot of like mustache drawing and like trying to trick people into eating Oreos full of toothpaste, that kind of thing. So armpit smelling is definitely like part of the experience. And then come out of there. And same thing, other side. Reach across and grab. Nice resistance stretch. Lengthening out that tricep. Beautiful. And then extend up high, letting the stretch reach lower into the lat and into the serratus. And then go ahead and make somebody smell your stinky armpit. Haha, sucker. And then come on out of there. Beautiful. Okay, I have bad news. We do have to stand up for the next one. Oh, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one with the armpit sniffing. We're going to go ahead and stand on up. This is just one of the nicest things to do before you go to bed, especially if you've been like sitting all day, is just to kind of get a little movement and mobility into the spine. So you're going to imagine that you're holding heavy, actually you can hold stuffed animals. Hold stuffed animals in each hand or pillows, and then imagine that they're really heavy. So they're gonna drag your arms down, you're gonna tuck your chin, roll all the way down as far as you can, really getting as round in the spine as possible, keeping the knees straight. When you get as low as you can, bend the knees, tuck the tail under, and unroll all the way back up. Remembering those stuffed animals are super duper heavy. Maybe you took the stuffing out and filled them with candy. And we're gonna do 3 of these all together. Beautiful. Tuck those stuffed animals back in. Nice work. We're gonna do some side stretches. We're gonna bring our feet nice and wide, wider than hip distance apart. Reaching one arm up. We could maybe look at this as like advanced armpit smelling. We're gonna reach this arm up as high as possible and then up and over to the side. Big side stretch, lengthening out the space between the ribs, the space between the ribs and the hips. All of that length of the side of the body. A nice thing to notice here is the effect of the neck stabilizers. It may be more comfortable in your neck than it normally would be to have your head hanging to the side. Hopefully it is. If it is, that's good information. And then go ahead and reach long, come out of there, and then same thing other side. Bring that arm up, big old armpit smelling, and then up and over to the side. And then reach long again, and all the way up out of there. Beautiful. And then good news, we're gonna go ahead and sit down again. So we're gonna do just some movement through the pelvis and the body to stretch in our pike. This is gonna be important for our stupid human trick later, so put some effort into this one. With the toes nice and pointed, we're gonna round forward in the spine, bringing the head as close to the belly as possible. And then when we're as low as we can go, we're gonna reach long, reach out past our legs, arch up. We're gonna do 4 like this. Rounding, reaching, and arching. That's 2, 3, and 4. And then with the feet strongly flexed, again, this is gonna help you in the stupid human trick. Feet strongly flexed, we're gonna arch down and then round up 4 times. Arch down and round up. Beautiful. Super nice. Yes. Okay, so last, well, not last. Let's see where we're at for time. We got some time, I think. Time is an illusion anyway. Oh yeah, we got time. Okay, we are gonna do our hurdler stretch, which is gonna be nice for our quads and our hips, lengthening those out just like we've lengthened out the back of the legs. So you're gonna go ahead and tuck one leg back behind you. You wanna think of it as like a delicious buffalo chicken wing where the bones are in a nice line with each other. So not like the drumstick, but the other kind of wing that has the 2 bones that are like all parallel and really like nice. So that's what your leg is gonna do. You're gonna go ahead, lift your pelvis up and tuck your tail under so you don't crunch your low back, and then lower to your elbows. And if you would like to lower all the way, you can lower all the way flat onto your back. If you want a little more stretch, bring that free leg up so the knee is pointing at the ceiling, and then open it out to the side in a stag position. And then we'll come on out of there. And same thing on the other side, tucking that other leg back behind, little chicken wing. Untucking the tail so that we're not going to crunch in our low back. Lower to elbows. And maybe you fall asleep without realizing it and you lower all the way down. And if you want a little more stretch, bring that knee up toward the ceiling and then open it out to the side for a nice side stretch. Stag stretch, excuse me. Janelle is tired. Y'all are doing great. And then come on out of there. Okay, This is the part where everybody's almost asleep and then somebody has a harebrained idea and we all get riled up again and the parents have to come down and they have to tell us, go the fuck to sleep. So we're gonna do our stupid human trick. The goal of the trick, and I'm gonna give you the challenge first. I'm gonna give you a minute to kind of like play with it and try to figure out how you wanna do it. And then I'll show you the way that I have figured out. It does rely on a great deal of flexibility, but I also trust you to be creative. And so there might be ways that I haven't thought of. So the goal is to touch your toes to your elbows with both the arms straight and the knees straight. Ready, go. The toes and the elbows have to touch, the elbows can't bend, and the knees can't bend. Ooh, we see some crossbody strategy going. The elbows can't bend. Cindy, I see you. There we go. Ooh, Dave, I like this strategy. Wait, did you do it? Oh, Dave has got a really good strat. See, this is what I love. I'm like, oh, you have to be flexible. And Dave is like, no, I'm just going to use my abs. It's fine. It's great. Good work. I'm just like scrolling through, looking at everybody. It's kind of fun, right? It's silly. Can't bend the knees, Anastasia. I can see you. Okay, I'm gonna show you the one that I figured out, which is also secretly an ab exercise. As I say, it does rely on flexibility. So it's not just like the one obvious trick or whatever. It is also a stretch. So what I'm gonna do, oh boy, I have to make sure there's a spot in my house where you can see me. Okay, this should work. I'm going to lie on my back with my arms alongside my ears. I'm going to come all the way over into a plow, and I'm gonna try to put my feet as close to my hands or on my hands if I can. Then I'm going to use my core stability and my active pike flexibility to slowly lower my back down and drag my toes up my arms until my toes are on my elbow. So it's a lot of active pike. The trick, it's okay. The trick is that it gets easier the wider that you put your legs and your arms. So if I put my arms really wide and my legs really wide, I have much less that I have to drag down before my toes will touch my elbows. So go ahead and try it. It might be like, aha, or it might be like, maybe I'll work on my active pike. Both of those are good answers. And it's also a lot of core strength, because otherwise you like just tip forward. Yeah, okay, so that was fun. Great. Do we have time for one last thing? Come on out of there. We have time. Oh, perfect, good. The last thing we're gonna do, if you have a foam roller, I put foam roller in the list online, but I didn't say it at the beginning of class. So go ahead and grab a foam roller. You can also do this with any object. You can even do it with a pillow. It's gonna be less intense with a pillow, but it will still totally work. You're gonna go ahead and place your foam roller underneath your upper back. You might think we're doing back mobilizers, but for once, we're not. We're doing something else. So this is a breathing exercise. This is about getting into that space in the ribs. So if the foam roller is too tall, go ahead and graduate to a pillow or a stuffed animal. You're gonna go ahead and arch over your foam roller, making sure that it's underneath the rib cage. So it's not in your squishy free mid-back area where there are no ribs, it's underneath the rib cage. And then here, we're just gonna take some deep breaths, expanding the rib cage and softening. And this might feel like a pretty strong stretch to start out with. And as we breathe, our body is adjusting to the new position. Our nervous system is realizing that this is not hurting us. This is just opening up the chest and the back. And our nervous system will start to calm down, especially if we make our exhales longer than our inhales. So try inhaling for 3 and exhaling for 5. Just seeing how soft we can make the upper back, melting over our foam roller or our pillow. If you want to try moving this to a different position on your upper back, you can go ahead and find another spot. And then go ahead and make sure you're supporting your neck as you lift up. Come on out of there. Last thing we'll do is we'll come back to our seated position. This is the part we can put our hands out to the side of the screen like we're all holding hands in a circle and doing a seance at our sleepover, because that's the sleepovers I went to, I'm telling you. And we're just gonna take some deep breaths, feeling the ribcage expand and contract, feeling all that space we just found. And then you can come on out of there. You guys, that's it. You did awesome. I hope that your bodies feel so good and so tired and stretched out. We're gonna do our little coach checkouts. I'll be the first to go. If you have to run because it's 9 and it's bedtime, I fully respect that. But thank you again for being here. I really appreciate you all. I hope that you feel great. Yeah, that's all. Oh, one quick announcement. I'm in a show on Saturday. It's called Cirque de l'Esprit. I think there's some other coaches from these that are in it as well. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Probably true. It's gonna be super cool. You can find it on Facebook. It's very easy to find. It's gonna be awesome. That's all. I'm passing to Anastasia. No, I'm passing to Staza.
Either way would have worked, but thanks guys for joining us. And Janelle, I super duper needed that last exercise, that breathing. My upper back has literally been killing me. It hurt this whole day, and it was really hurting me during everything that we've done, and now it feels so nice and relaxed. So thank you for that. It's like, you know, I needed it. We are connected through the virtual slumber party. But yes, thanks guys, and I love you all, and sleep tight tonight. And I'll be in the thing with Saturday with Janelle that she mentioned too, so check it out. It's about mental health and how we're all dealing with it. Yeah.
It's gonna be really cool. I'm super excited. Sorry, Staza, I knew you were in it, and I knew you were here, and then I didn't connect those. It's fine.
Whatever, as if.
Oh, you guys are great. Thank you so much. I always feel so much better, and I love being here and seeing you all, and Cressie and all the people that are showing up week after week. I'm like starting to recognize everybody by their like tiny miniature Zoom faces. And when I see you in real life, I'm gonna be like, hold on. Yes, I have seen you before. It's gonna be great. Yeah, by the way, my sleepovers were like very weird. We would like do the whole thing where you lock each other in the bathroom and you do the Bloody Mary thing. You like turn around. Yeah, that. And then I would turn off all the lights and chase people around. It was, yeah, that was a weird kid. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. That's all I have to share.
I have to say this was my favorite theme so far, and I've had a lot of favorites, but nothing like wearing the coziest thing I possibly can. And like huge props to Angeline, who rocked flannel the entire time, which is insane. I literally am wearing a crop top and had to take that off because I was too hot. Like, I'm the person working out in the circus gym where people have like their knit stockings and their back warmers on, and I'm in like booty shorts and a sports bra dying. So props to Angeline. Thank you guys so much for being here. I put the donation information in the chat box. But I'll just tell you too, it's at Cressie Mae on Venmo and cressiemay@gmail.com on PayPal. If you wish to and are able to donate, we super appreciate it. Otherwise, thank you so much for being here. You guys rock. Big love. I hope you're ready for a nice cozy night in. And today's Wednesday, so we'll see you guys on Friday for our aerial and dance mashup intensive at 5:30. You guys cracked me up tonight. Good work.
Bye, everybody.